I recently came across some footage that I found interesting and I wanted to share. I filmed the process of me making a lot of records for All My Heroes Immortal back in 2022 in December. And I wanted to talk a little bit about my process, you know, how I took a song like We Give You the Grace and just the interesting road that it took to become what it eventually became. A song that I didn't think was going to be, for anybody else but myself, ended up being something really miraculous. And, a lot of my process in the studio when making these records is the clear back and forth walking, the anxiety of trying to find the right lyric. I start with melody first because I feel like that's the backbone, and here you can see me trying to figure out what the right lyric is until I get inspired by something that I say that fits the melody and trying to work around that. And once I find it, I'm like locked in to move to the next thing and try to figure out where it goes from here, because that's like very, very important to me before I start anything else, is figuring out what this beat is trying to tell me to guide what people are going to hear all the time. All my arrows born from a slaughter. Pick me up. And here you can see me cutting those vocals, the demo probably the next day, just trying to get the feeling and make sure that I didn't forget that.
Your choice.
And after a while, I bring it to.
All right, so I literally just did this the other day. I don't have a verse for this.
I bring it to Memo, and you can hear me saying, like, I literally did this the other day. I don't have a verse. So I'm pretty sure I put everything together and brung it to him in its rawest, most vulnerable form, which, I was listening back to and doesn't sound all that pretty, There's a lot of, off-key moments. Nothing bad per se, because the vision is there, and I never really dwell on whether a take is bad. I kind of just wait for the feeling to come around and what am I trying to explain, and then probably show it to a couple of friends of mine. I have no problem showing things like this to Memo, and I think that speaks to our relationship too, is that I can show him something that he's not expecting to be like, mixed, mastered, and delivered. It's like, no, bro, I want to pick your brain and hear something that might sound like crap, but I know you see the vision as much as I do. A lot of that process is also just, letting God in the room and letting your creative freedom talk, and the wonder and curiosity peak. And, there's always room for perfection and work. I definitely went back and redid those vocals, because those are not the finals.
Bro, what my challenge is gonna be to you, though, man. Like, sometimes I feel like, when Kanye was like, yo, I don't, when with the, I gave this nigga Heart of the City, and I ain't need the fully introspective Jason. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, I need you to, like, look, I think sometimes I be feeling like, yo, I wish this was like simpler raps, still specific in detail, but simpler. And so sometimes like, like it might take me a few listens to really capture everything, and I'm like, yo, I feel like sometimes we need this more simple track. Right. Especially with something like, oh man, this beat, bro, like,
I understand what you're saying. And okay, I'll take you up on that challenge.
Yeah.
What's the best way I could simplify the story, how to let you in? I never put my faith in anything more than imagination. And while they were grading me in classes, I was composing my art, replicating the classics, doing math, studying what does it take to be the greatest version of me I can manage.
What's funny about the meeting with Regis is I took him super literal. You know what I mean? Like, which is, I think, is interesting too. It's like when you collaborate, at least in my case, like bringing these unfinished ideas to people just to gauge what, you know, their perspective is and their first, you know, gut reaction to stuff is. And he said something pretty pivotal to me that would, you know, shape the way that I delivered my verse, because I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to talk about, even though I had the lyrics.
I had no state ID, my social was stolen, man. I guess I grew up as a late bloomer. He also said that the rhyme schemes that I produce can take time to appreciate, and I got amused. My flowers probably won't arrive any sooner than my funeral. Gotta find a human in it. It's ironic cause July shy June, where the gardens one harvest, do things to make your body swoon. Pure poetic beauty in the journey, pretty picture of the spectrum, cause the film take time to develop. The setup nowadays is I don't focus on no social media page. I lay low, raise aim to my goals. My shots don't devote time, create, and then I pray about it. After all, I am just a mortal man, and everything I ain't made me everything I am. Well said by my heroes that failed, nailed the crosses, ne'er-do-wells, bared by hells, but still tough enough to do well when their heart wells. So I hold them in high regards. You have permission to fail. I like that. As my homie Regis joked, I was off the grid, I ghost, I had no state ID, my social was stolen, man. I guess I grew up as a late bloomer. He also said that the rhyme schemes that I produce can take time to appreciate, and I got amused. My flowers probably won't arrive any sooner than my funeral. Gotta find a human in it. It's ironic cause July shy June, where the gardens one harvest, do things to make your body swoon. Pure poetic beauty in the journey, pretty picture of the spectrum, cause the film take time to develop. The setup nowadays is I don't focus on no social media page. I lay low, raise aim to my goals. My shots don't devote time, create, and then I pray about it. After all, I am just a mortal man, and everything I ain't made me everything I am. Well said by my heroes that failed, nailed the crosses, ne'er-do-wells, bared by hells, still tough enough to do well when their heart wells. So I hold them in high regards. You have permission to fail.
So come along to somewhere I can take you where it's painless. Bitter swallow when you dealing with these changes. Sacrificial when you change your friends for entertainment. But we won't die nameless by grace of my God. Seen them all to walk on water, but I seen them turn tears to a flood. All my heroes born from a slaughter. Pick me up, pick me up. We are marked dead in our rival, living on with a foolish heart. For you I wage war with the Bible. Pick me up, breathe. I don't share your insecurities about life, so you're scared. What of it, what of it? I love you as you'll find, so please soothe your gentle mind. In this life of love you'll find. What of it, what